Hello students, manufacturing sector is playing a very remarkable role in our overall economy. Manufacturing sector is making our life comfortable day by day. Manufacturing sector is also supporting the backbone of the Indian economy, that is agriculture, and manufacturing sector is very important as far as employment is concerned. Manufacturing sector, the secondary sector, converting the raw materials into valuable products, can be classified into different categories. We are going to study about the different classifications of the manufacturing industries, and first of all, the classification of industry can be as the classification of industry on the basis of the raw material used. On the basis of the raw material used, we can classify these industries into agro-based and mineral-based industries. Agro-based industries, as far as they are concerned, they use agricultural raw material, as the term is telling you, agro-based. These industries are totally based on agriculture for their raw materials. For example, cotton textile, jute industry, sugar industry, and so on. All those industries which use agricultural raw materials are known as agro-based industries. However, mineral-based industries are all those industries which depend on mining and quarrying for their raw materials. For example, iron, steel, copper, etc. All these industries, all those industries which have metals as their raw material, minerals as their raw material, these are classified as mineral-based industries. Second classification is classification of industries on the basis of their role. What role they are playing in all this manufacturing sector. So these industries can be classified again into two parts. According to their role, they can be key or basic industries and consumer industries. And as the term is telling you, the key or the basic industries are all those industries which produce goods to supply these goods to the other industries for further production. That means the key industries or the basic industries, they provide base to the other countries for further production. For example, copper smelting, iron smelting, etc. They make bars and sheets of certain metals and then they supply it to the other industries for further production. And as far as the consumer industries are concerned, these industries produce goods directly for the use of the consumers. They directly send their products to us. For example, sugar, paper, etc. These industries, they produce goods and they supply these goods directly to the consumers, directly to the shops and to the markets. So we have done the two classifications. We have done classification of industries on the basis of the raw materials used, and then we have done classification of industries on the basis of their role, basic industries and consumer industries. Then the third classification is classification of industries on the basis of capital investment. Means how much capital, how much money have been spent, have been invested on a particular industry. So on the basis of it, we can classify industries again into two categories: small scale industries and large scale industries. And according to the capital investment, actually this figure changes time to time, but recently whatever I am telling you, note it down. The small scale industries are all those industries which have investment within 1 crore, not exceeding 1 crore, within a crore. The investment which is done in a particular industry is known as small scale industries. They are partly mechanized and investment is within 1 crore. And in the industries where investment exceeds more than 1 crore, it is categorized as large scale industries. So on the basis of the capital investment, there can be small scale industries, investment within a crore, and large scale industries, investment exceeding 1 crore. They are fully mechanized industries. Is it clear? Then the next classification will be classification of industries on the basis of ownership, which means that who is the owner of the industries, who is managing the industries, who is sharing the benefits or losses of the industries, etc. So in this classification, in this category, we have 4 types. 4 types of industries are there. The first one is public sector industries. Public sector industries are all those industries which are operated and managed by the government. Government manages, government operates, government do all the appointments. For example, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, Railway, Equipments, Post and Telegraph, etc. All these industries are classified into public sector industries. Government looks after all the operation work, all the management work, government looks after. Correct? Then we have private sector industries. But private sector industries are owned and controlled by private individuals, group of individuals, or an individual. So these are categorized as private sector industries. There are so many private sector industries in India, working in different sectors, working in different fields and providing employment to so many people. Dabur Industries, Reliance, all these are kept privately, they are owned and managed. These are called private sector industries. The third one is joint sector or joint industries. As the term is telling you, joint industries are jointly operated and managed by the producers of the goods, the supplier of the raw materials, workers in all, jointly. On one hand, there is state. On the other hand, there are supplier of the raw materials or workers. These industries are jointly managed by both. Profit and loss are bared by both. Correct? Recall the example of sugar mills in Maharashtra and Gujarat mostly. The sugar mills are working in cooperatives. Because sugarcane is a perishable product, immediately it has to be sent to the sugar mills. So they are best suited for the cooperative sector, cooperative industries. Another example is coir industry in Kerala, because it uses the raw material of coconut and Kerala is best suited for it and it runs in cooperatives. So these are known as cooperative sector, joint sectors, jointly managed by the state and the individuals, jointly. So these are called joint sector. Then we have cooperatives, like I told you, coir industry in Kerala, and all the sugar mills are working in the cooperatives. Correct? Joint sector, jointly run by state and the individuals. The example of the joint sector is OIL, Oil India Limited, jointly looked after. Then cooperative sectors, don't mix it up, separate it from the joint sector. In the cooperative sectors, with the cooperation with the supplier of the raw material, with the producers, with their cooperation, cooperatives are run. And the examples of the cooperatives are, I told you, coir industry in Kerala, all the sugar mills are working in cooperative sectors, and these dairy products, Amul is a very good example of cooperative sector. And joint sector have one example, we have the joint sector, that is OIL, Oil India Limited. That is joint sector, jointly run by the private individuals and the government. And cooperative sectors are run by, with the cooperation between the producers of the products and the supplier of the raw material or workers. Correct? So don't get mixed up with the both. Joint sector, jointly run by state and the individual. Cooperative sector, jointly the profit and the loss is shared by the producers and the supplier of the raw material and the workers. So these are best suited to the cooperative. Maharashtra and Gujarat are best suited for the cooperative sectors, for the cooperatives. Is it clear? So this was the classification of industries. Agro-based industries and mineral-based industries, key industries or consumer industries. Then we have, on the basis of capital investment, we have small scale and large scale industries. On the basis of ownership, we have public sector, government undertakes all the things, private sector, privately individuals take up all the things, joint sector, jointly run by state and the private individuals, joint sector, OIL, Oil India Limited, and the cooperative sectors that is run in cooperation with the producers and the supplier of the raw material and or the workers and all. And the examples of cooperative sectors are this coir industry in Kerala, all the sugar mills, they run in cooperative sectors, and I gave you the example of Amul. Dairy products, because they are also perishable, so they better work in the cooperative sectors. Then we have finally the last classification is on the basis of the bulk and the weight of the raw material used and the products produced. On this basis, there are two types of industries, heavy and light. Heavy industries can be categorized as iron and steel, and light industry, iron and steel, they use bulky and heavy raw material, and they also produce bulky goods. And the lightweight industries, they use light raw material and they produce light goods, for example paper. Correct? So tomorrow we will discuss further the different industries, the textile industries, their place, their problems, what problems are faced by the textile industries in India, and we will proceed the chapter further. Please prepare notes and make this classification in your notebooks. Thank you very much.